Wife.
What the fuck are we doing?
A long overdue Patreon.
Patreon!
That's right. And it's technically still Sunday.
It is.
So we're doing it on the right day, just later than we'd like.
And later by days and weeks.
Well, yeah. Well, we had a lot of shit happen. So we apologize. We can't help that life happens. But, at the same time, we feel bad not getting out material to our fans and our listeners. So
especially those who are actually supporting us financially.
Yes.
We owe you.
Yes. So we do indeed.
This is for you, baby.
Yeah. So what are we Patreoning today?
Well, I thought we would talk about some trees.
Trees, eh? Mm-hmm. Any particular trees that we're talking about?
The tree of the knowledge of good and evil, the tree of life, and maybe a few other trees we'll see.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. Okay. Let's. You ready to do this?
I sure as fuck am.
All right, let's do it.
Okie dokie. All right, so we are here today talking about trees.
Okay.
Do you know which trees are in the Garden of Eden?
Well, it's the tree of knowledge, right? Mm-hmm. And that's where the fruit is, or apple, as people like to refer to it as.
And the tree of life.
But are we? There's both of them there.
Maybe.
So is that something we're going to cover?
They're both mentioned in the Bible.
Are they?
They are.
In Genesis or?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
All right.
We read about both of those guys.
Okay. All right.
The tree, we're going to start with the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. So it's not just the tree of knowledge. That's what we shorthand it.
Sure.
But it's actually the tree of the knowledge of good and evil, as in the ability to discern right from wrong.
Sure.
That's what that means.
Okay. Unless, of course, God's hardening your heart.
Right, exactly. But as you alluded to just now, some scholars have argued that the tree of knowledge of good and evil is just another name for the tree of life.
Okay.
So let me tell you how we get there, okay?
Yeah.
The phrase good and evil may be an example of the type of figure of speech known as mearism, which is a literary device that pairs opposite terms together in order to create a general meaning. So that the phrase good and evil would simply imply everything.
Got it.
Because it's two opposites that encompass
everything. Sure.
So, if the tree of the knowledge of good and evil is to be understood to mean a tree whose fruit imparts knowledge of everything, this phrase does not necessarily denote a moral concept. And this view is held by several scholars.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
So most scholars believe that the tree it's just one tree and it's not about morals. It's just the tree of everything.
Got it.
So it would be, although we call it the tree of knowledge, really what we should be calling it, if we're going to say that there's only one tree, we really should all agree that we're calling it the tree of life or the tree of everything.
Got it. Okay.
But whatever.
Yeah.
Jewish sources suggest different possibilities for the tree, or different possible identities for the tree.
Okay.
A fig tree, as fig trees were used to clothe Adam and Eve after, quote unquote, the sin.
Right.
A grapevine, a stalk of wheat, an etrog. And I was like, what the fuck is an etrog?
Yeah, what is an etrog?
It's a yellow citrus fruit.
Okay.
It is a thing today.
Got it.
It's not a non-existent, existed only back then thing.
Sure.
And it's also used today in some traditional Jewish ceremonies.
Got it.
Anyway, a grapevine, a stalk of wheat, an etrog, or the etrog tree's allegedly tasty bark, as the description in Genesis chapter 3, verse 6, matches the etrog fruit's beautiful appearance. Or a nut tree.
Okay.
So,
sure.
Not necessarily a fucking apple.
Right. And when we talked about that back when we talked about it at some other point. I don't remember exactly what we were getting into.
It's not an apple.
But it's not an apple.
It's not an apple.
I don't think apples were even that area.
No.
It definitely is not an apple, or
correct.
At the very least, we don't know what the fuck it is.
We don't know what the fuck it is, but it ain't an apple.
Right.
But it might be one of those other. Oh no, what happened?
Well, this is a special Patreon episode, actually, which means that they need to go to Patreon and subscribe as a patron in order to listen to it.
Okay, well, I guess that we are going to go do that now.
Yeah, just head over to patreon.com/sacrilegious discourse, become a member for as low as $2 a month, and you'll have access to all these special things and goodies too. So, go do that.
So this was just a teaser.
Yeah, teaser.
Okay, just
Bye.
checking.
Okay,
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.